Appreciate you guys coming out today, this afternoon, over the Harris County High School climate survey that we did. Pretty excited about it. We'll go over the results right here. First, we'll give you a little background information about our school. We're around 1,700 kids every year in the building. Our student-teacher ratio is 20 to 1. We're ninth Title I school. We are about 900 male, and we're about 800, a little over there on the female side. We get a little bit of all races with the military base right out of Columbus. So we get a lot of people from kind of all over the world. We had a kid come in from Germany this year, which was pretty cool. So we get a lot of people from all over the place, but we are mainly a white school. But we do get a lot of different backgrounds, which is pretty cool to see every day. Surveys that give out were 12, 7 males, 5 females. Tried to get a little bit of everybody, some different departments, and 1 administrator to try to get everybody's kind of point of view from this survey. We're 100% English language, 83% white, 17% black. Here was a survey. My years of experience, 27 was the high, the mean was 12 years. So I thought that was a pretty good average, one with a low of 2 as far as years of experience, but thought it was a really good, as far as years of experience, that's pretty high, I think, for a building. People stay at our school for a long time and they usually don't tend to leave. If you look at our level of degrees also, we get a lot of teachers with higher degrees. We don't have many teachers with just a bachelor's degree. We had 1 doctorate. We had several masters and EDSs and, only 1 bachelor. So everybody's got at least some type of higher level degree almost in our building, which is pretty impressive, I thought, from a teacher background information. We looked at the 7 areas that make an effective school, and that's kind of how I broke down the survey. Safe environment, the climate of expectations, leadership, clear and focused mission, the opportunity to learn, monitoring the success, and the home to student relationship. So that's kind of where we'll break it down. I'll look at all the questions and go over it. Looking at the safe and orderly environment, these 4 questions kind of pertain to it. I would say that all of our teachers, going through the results, we pretty much are all in agreement that we work in a safe place. You can see, not going to see any fights. Students, that our students, trust each other. I think our teachers trust our students, and I think it's a very safe place to work. I don't think that anybody's in disagreement really there at all. We're pretty uniformed across the board on that one. Looking at the climate of high expectations, we are pretty all in agreement right here with the same amount of questions. We think that most of our students will be successful if they go to any type of college or university, and pretty much 90% of them, I would think, probably would. We have 1 person, disagree, and that's okay. That was their opinion. Students at the school are capable of high achievement standard on our test. We have a very high achieving school. And as far as that background, I think our state scores, and, if you looked at ACT scores, we're pretty high up there. I think students at the school are not motivated to learn. We had a little bit of, disagree here, strongly disagree here. I think sometimes it can be perceived that kids don't want to learn, and sometimes it can be perceived that they do want to learn. I think it's all about how you present it, and I think our teachers do a pretty good job of presenting that. We've got pretty highly motivated kids for the most part. Had a couple of people that say they agree that, they might not be motivated. Yeah, kids typically aren't motivated, but I think if you motivate them, you can get your point across, and I think naturally kids are motivated to learn in some type of way, and I pretty much think that our teachers agree with that. So I'll move on to the next one here, and that's instructional leadership. The first question kind of pertained to that much. Am I currently pursuing in-service opportunities or a way to improve myself? I think if you look for our background information, the type of degrees that our teachers have, you know, pretty much not sure, disagree, strongly disagree. There's about half and half here. That's probably why. They're probably not pursuing because they're already pursuing degrees. They're not really looking at in-service opportunities, professional learning provided by the school because they're already have done it one on themselves or they're currently doing it. So, you know, I think that's probably why we're probably split 50-50 right there on that question. Looking at the next question, there's sufficient opportunities to learn new instructional methods. We're about 50-50 again here on this one. And that's probably because, like I said, I'm going to say it goes with our whole background information and degrees we have. Is there sufficient opportunities? Some are going to agree and some are going to disagree. And I think that's preference to basically what you're trying to learn or what you think you want to learn. And, you know, I might be one person that thinks, hey, yeah, this is an opportunity for me. And the other person might say, nah, I've already done something in that background. I need to learn something totally different. So, you know, I think you're going to always get a different number. I don't think you're going to get a big, you know, swing of disagree or agree on that question. Administrators of school, trusted teachers, 83% strongly agree. I think we've got a great administration staff here at Harris, and obviously our teachers agree with that. Look forward to coming to today's. Yeah, everybody's in agreement once again. This is it's a good place to work, and I think our teachers and everybody in the building is probably going to agree with that question. Clear and focused mission. Teachers at the school care whether or not the students are successful. I think you're going to always get a swing in this one, just because of perception. You know, strongly agree and agree. You know, we're 50% on the board on this one. Somebody's not sure, but you're going to disagree, strongly disagree. You're going to have a couple of people that know that. Like I said, that's just perception by people and what they think. I think, is there a clear and focused mission? I would agree there is. And I think 50% of our people are probably agreeing with that. So I don't think there's too much to worry about there, but it might be something that we ought to revisit maybe later down the road. Teachers are fair to students. We strongly disagree with that. And I think we're all on the same board. You know, 100% you could probably say on that one. Everybody's going to disagree that, you know, teachers are not fair. So we're preparing to be productive citizens. Totally agree. We're over 80%. So the whole deal there that, you know, the only question is, you know, do teachers in school care? Yeah, I'm going to think that one teacher don't care about something that I may care about, you know, and that's just natural human nature, I believe. Opportunity to learn and student time on task. If you look at question 7, it pertains more to, have I been able to turn bullying? You can see here, everybody's going to pretty much strongly agree that that's going to be deterred. It's not really going to happen. There's not a problem. People would say it might get addressed, but pretty much is everybody in agreement there that bullying is not something that's going to happen very often. Question 11, I would benefit more professional development provided by the district. You know, that kind of ties back into what we've already talked about one time before, but everybody's kind of pretty much saying they agree. You know, if there was something that they would agree that, you know, something by the district would be great. 15 has more to do with bullying again in the classroom. Teachers are saying, do they address it once a month? You can see this one's a little swing, not too much. Everybody is pretty much going to disagree, but you got a couple that you're saying that they might have to. You know, that could just be, you know, a small population of the students. So I think bullying is not a problem, but, you know, does it get addressed here and there? Yeah, probably does. That's going to be anywhere, but I don't think it's a huge climate problem. Frequent monitoring of the student success here. Once again, everybody I feel is on the same page right here. They're strongly agreeing, or they're agreeing. They're saying our school will have difficult with core academic regardless of the strength of instruction. No, I think we're good. I think we're all in agreement on that one. Home to school relationships, 9, 14, and 17 pretty much are all basically, 9, I respect the students. 14 regards to students will be, thrive and live above the age of 25. And 17 has to do with parents are supportive. Once again, we're all 100% in agreement in those questions. The outlier here is 24. I'll talk more about it, but I have met most of the students, parents, or adults, or caretakers. That one's almost 25, 25, 25, 25. And I think the reason is teacher that's probably been there longer, he's got more years of experience. They're probably going to know more people. Someone with less experience is not going to know anybody. So, that's probably why that question is there, or that one's split so in disagreements. But I think as a climate, I think, you can get to know the parents, maybe more opportunities should probably be provided for that. Comments and improved comments we got on the survey is a little outdated. Monitoring data and student success wasn't really addressed. Maybe some more questions, or just some more in-depth questions. I think some of them kind of pertain to the same thing too much. Lack of survey or data. So just basically saying that you only had 12 people out of a building that is 80. That's lack of data. It's only an eighth of the whole population that you're getting. So you might get a little bit misconstrued data, but I think all of our questions being 80% or almost 100% agreement, I think we're getting pretty good data. That's just probably some of those other questions. We'd get maybe some better data if we have more surveys. Areas that I think our school can improve in, the parent-student relationship part, I think that's just probably provide better opportunities. I know COVID kind of didn't help us out there with all that one, but we could do some better things, I believe. Then provide some better PL opportunities for the staff with higher degrees. I think everybody would agree that some better PL would be great for everyone. Something that is not maybe so generic, but maybe something that people could pick and say, oh, this is good for me. It may not be good for so-and-so, but it's good for me. And then the student perception, I think, just understanding, students are not naturally going to want to learn, and that let's change teachers' perception of a student that they do want to learn. Let's encourage them to learn, So I appreciate it. If anybody's got any comments or questions, feel free to ask now. I appreciate y'all taking the time to do this with me. All right. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much again.